Hi, welcome everybody. Just wanted to sort of say hello for those that haven't seen what I actually look like. I just thought I'd just sort of a bit of a thing before I put the camera down. I sort of had a bit of a muck around this morning, feeling a lot better. Thank goodness for that. That's good, Bart. So hello, Bart, Jean, Blessed One, and Janelle. Happy Lionsgate. Yes, I just did a Lionsgate meditation this morning. Just sort of woke up a little bit earlier today. So that's good. So I feel like I'm back into it, thank goodness. So I just want to sort of say hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. So yeah, I did a bit of for those that are on my Ko-Fi, those that are supporting me each month, you get little extra videos. So I'm going to throw up a video of me doing my makeup this morning on my Ko-Fi for those that are members. There are sort of videos in regards to my space, and as you can see, I'm actually in a caravan. For those that don't know, I actually live in a caravan full time. I do have an annex. I'm on a residential camping ground, basically. A residential camping ground. Okay, so let's get into the readings. If everyone can just take a nice deep breath, let us sort of cleanse the energy from the day, if you like, because some of you are sort of ending your day. So let's sort of do a bit of a cleanse. Now, this is locally grown white sage, by the way, here in New Zealand. For those that don't know, I am now 10 o'clock here in New Zealand on a Wednesday morning. Now, for those that don't know, I've been reading tarot for over 20 years. 23 years I've been reading tarot, for those that don't know. Now, don't forget, if you've had a reading from me, I really appreciate a review on my blog. Don't forget to check out my blog. It's got lots and lots of information if you want to learn to read tarot or Lenormand, or you want to have a look at, yes, Blessed One, everyone's added to the free list at this time. Okay, so we have Bart, Jean, Blessed One, Janelle. Okay, and hopefully I haven't missed anyone. So yeah, so don't forget to check out my blog if you want any more information about who I am, what I'm about. You want to have a look at the decks that I've created. Yeah, there's lots of information on my blog. Don't forget you can support the channel for as little as $1 a month, which is going to get you a few extras. So I'm just cleansing the energy, talking a little bit about who I am, so you know what I'm about. Now, I've read in a variety of environments, including psychic fairs, healing centers, backs of stores, all sorts of places, and at other people's homes, tarot parties sort of thing, cafes, pubs, all sorts of places, including online as well, so that you know that I've read in all sorts of environments. Like I said, I've been reading for over 20 years. I read tarot, oracle, Lenormand, kipper, playing cards in a variety of ways. I've got rune cards, I Ching cards, all sorts of little bits and pieces that different types of cartomancy that can be used as well. So just a little bit about who I am. Actually in my mid-50s, just to give you a little bit of perspective. I sort of started reading tarot quite late in my life, even though I've always had that connection with spirit. So anyway, a little bit about who I am. Now let's get into reading the cards. Okay, so let me put the camera down. So everybody just close your eyes for a minute and just take a breath, because I don't want to make you sick as I move the camera down to the cards so you can sort of see the cards coming in. Okay, so there we go. You can open your eyes again now, guys. Okay, so let's get into the readings. Okay, Bart. Okay, for the mods, just so you know, we've got Bart, Jean, Blessed One, and Janelle. Okay, so everyone's added to the list. Okay, so at this stage, I've got Bart, Jean, Blessed One, and Janelle. So is that 4 of you? Okay, so if I can have some questions coming in. So I need Bart's question, Jean's question. So yeah, Bart, Jean, Blessed One, and Janelle. So yes. Ooh, interesting. Yep, just clear the air from today and let's get into it. Okay, so let me just put in here. Oh, so for those that don't know, my first name is Paula. Hecate is the goddess that I work with. Hecate's crossing is the business aspect of it. Hecate is the goddess that I work with, for those that don't know. In many ways. So anyway, just giving you bits of information there. Right. So let's have a look at where we are. Right. So, Bart, let's begin. Now, what deck are we going to actually... Oops, I didn't mean to do that one. But yes, we need to clear the air. Yeah. Yes, I've been... It's taken me... And I'm still learning. You never stop learning, of course. You never stop learning, which is interesting here. Okay, so, but actually, I've just got the tarot familiar. I don't know why that just popped into my hand here. Haven't used this deck for ages. So let's use tarot familiar. So how's my relationship with your older brother? Now, don't forget, if you are part of the Ko-Fi family, you do get a little bit of extra benefits and things. But you've been reading tarot for a long time as well, 15 years. Wow, okay. So, Bart, let's have a look. What have we got throwing out here in regards to your brother, your relationship with your brother? How's the relationship with your brother? Okay, we've got 3 of Wands. Now, that tells me it's a relationship that has many pauses, in that you may not see him often as much as you would like. I feel like it's a relationship that has a lot of pauses. There's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of movement in regards to the relationship as well. But there is definitely a connection. We do have the Lovers card here, and I'm not talking in the romantic sense or anything like that, of course, because it's family, it's to do with your brother. It does feel like there's a very strong connection there. There is a love, there's definitely a genuine connection there. So it does feel like it's a relationship with a lot of pauses. Feels like there's a lot, maybe you don't see him as often as you would like, but there's a lot of movement in the relationship. There is a lot of sort of moving into smoother waters. It does feel like it's moving into smoother waters. And there's truly a love there. There's definitely a connection, a family connection. Definitely feels like there is a love there. So overall, it feels like there is a lot of pauses in the relationship. There's a lot of stops and starts. It does feel like it's maybe you don't see him as often as you'd like. Yep, and you've got a great connection here. Definitely feel like that. And there's a lot of movement with it. It does feel like there's a lot of movement, a lot of shifts going on with the relationship. And I think that's because you don't see each other so often. But yes, you've got a great connection there. A great connection there. So yeah, I think it's a really good relationship you have with your brother. Excellent relationship you've got with your brother. So that's interesting. You're welcome. Okay, Jean. Let's have a look here. Yeah, online business. Interesting. Oh, he's interviewing another job. Maybe that's what the movement is. Cool, brilliant. You're welcome, Bart. You're welcome. Okay, Jean. Online businesses for the rest of the summer. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Let's do the coffee tarot for that one. This is by Janet Boyer. I actually saw this deck when her husband Ron was actually drawing it up when he was in the sketches part. So it's quite an interesting. So it's a very connected deck for me. So it was a gift. It was a sort of a semi-gift, and that I only paid for the shipping side of it. It was sort of a, but it's one of my favorite decks. Okay, Jean. What's about your online businesses for the rest of your summer? Okay, so what does Jean need to know about her online business? What does Jean need to know about her online business? Oh, this one here is sticking out here. And this one here, Jean. So let's have a look. Okay, with your online businesses, you're going to have to be very careful about legal issues, is what I'm getting very strong here with the scales here. Very much about your sense of legalities seem to be very, very important in regards to your online businesses. Make sure you check any contracts that you have or any commitments that you've got or any sort of thing. It's very important that you have a sense of balance in regards to your online businesses. Super important. 9 of Water tells us that it's a wish fulfilled. It does feel like things are happening even when things are happening behind the scenes, Jean. So it's interesting here that we get that sense of balance is super important here. Having that sense of equilibrium is really important. Being able to weigh up the pros and cons of everything that's going on in regards to the business. I do feel as though overall things are going to be quite positive. Just remember about the contracts. Super important about anything that's legal in regards to the websites or any sort of marketing that you do. Anything you do make sure, or any of your legal issues to customers or whatever else is going on. I do feel like there's sort of a legal obligation coming in here as well. But overall, it does, with the 9 of Water, is about wishes being fulfilled. It does feel like there is a gain emotionally in regards to this this online business for you for the rest of the summer. So, but it's just important for you to make sure that you check your contracts, check anything that's legal, make sure that you have a sense of equilibrium in regards to your businesses, making sure you have that sense of, I do get that sense of work and play, making sure you've got that sense of balance there is super important. Being able to have a sense of clarity in regards to your business is super important here. It's all about the consequences of any actions you take. So make sure that you are aware of your consequences of any actions that you take in regards to your business. Super important here, just to take a moment to get a sense of clarity, remove any confusion, make sure you're very clear in regards to your policies or that sort of thing as well in regards to your business. I think there's a lot of things that need to just make sure that you sort of rework or get a sense of reworking your or tweaking your policies and ethics and things like that about where you stand in regards to your obligations to the business is super important here. But emotionally, it feels like it's very fulfilling. It's fulfilling emotionally, which is quite important for you, even though things are going on behind the scenes that people might not know about. For you, it's very, very important to make sure that you are very au fait with what's going on with legalities within the business. So yeah, making sure you've got your policies, your ethics up front so people can see them, making sure that people are that you have your sense of equilibrium, your sense of balance, super important here. And it does feel like everything's going to be really positive, Jane, really positive. Hi Caitlin, how are you? Okay, so next on my list was, okay, Blessed Be, then Janelle. Blessed Be, then Janelle, then Caitlin. And Caitlin, then Foxy. Oh, Ariana, you've changed your right. Oh, God. Okay, and then Foxy Empress. Okay, no worries. Be right back. No worries, Caitlin. You're welcome, Jean. You're welcome. Okay, you'd like to ask, these people I live with are trying to hold me back from going towards my blessings. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so you're going to have to do a bit of a research in regards to your home. I don't think I can give you that information about what they put down in there with the smells that are affecting. Now, remember, I only do 2 cards, guys. I only do 2 cards. Make sure that you've checked the disclaimer down below in regards to what type of readings I actually do. Make sure it is about what do I need to know about what's going on. So that's the first thing you need to put in your front of your question is, what do I need to know in regards to then this? So thinking about how we're going to word this question, what can I do legally and what can the cards tell me? Smells that are affecting you, I'm not going to get that information with the tarot cards. Remember, I'm only getting 2 cards here. So what can we do? So you'd like to know, you live with trying to hold you back from going towards your blessings. Well, it's because of what you let them to do. So what can you do to move forward, Blessed One? Let's look at what can I do to move forward towards my blessing. What can you do to move forward towards your blessing? Don't give your power, because what you're doing is when you say they're holding me back, if someone's holding you back, you're giving away your own power. Okay, you're not taking control. So what can you do to actually move forward? So I want you to think about that. Hi, Dewey. I won't do your reading just yet. I've still got Janelle, Caitlin, and Foxy before, or Ariana before your question. So just hold it there just for a minute. Okay, so Blessed One, what we're going to do is we're going to look at what can you do to move forward towards your blessings. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm actually going to do the Crystal Power Tarot. Make sure you don't type your questions until I ask, because otherwise it'll get lost. So just hold for a second. Yeah. So, Blessed One. So you want to look at what you can do to move forward. Because what you're doing is you are giving away your power when you say that someone's holding you back. The only person that's holding you back is yourself. Oh, that was me being clumsy. Okay, so what's holding you back? What do you need to do to move forward? Yep, what can you do to move forward from this journey? Okay, so let's have a look here. Whew. Yes, you need to balance out your emotions. Super important is to find a space that you have a connection with the people around you. Okay, so you need to find a place that's got that connection with your power. Okay, it's definitely about taking back your power, about finding that inner connection with yourself, finding a sense of balance is super important. Yes, moving out's going to be absolutely the right thing to do. It's definitely about finding that connection you have with someone, taking back your power, finding that connection you have within yourself as well is super important. Balancing out your emotions, making sure you have that sense of yin. I want to say that yin and yang balance within yourself is super important here, but I definitely get this sense of taking back what you feel has been taken from you. Stand in your own power here. Shifting out, moving forward is going to be super important for you here. Totally, yeah. Time to find a connection with someone else, to have a connection with someone that's really important here, because where you are, of course, is toxic. They have taken, I feel like they have taken your energy, your mind, your thoughts, your ideas, your perception here. So emotionally, yeah, moving forward is going to be really important for you. Finding a place that's going to, so that you can take back your own power, that you can stand in your own power. Super important, blessed one here. Yeah, so I think you really sort of answered your own question with the fact of moving out, moving into some place better. It's time to leave where you are and find a place that has a much more balanced energy. Super, super important there. 7 of Swords, very much about standing in your own power, taking back what's been taken from you. Very much so about I take great care of what I value. It's about valuing yourself here. I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. Okay. And with that, when you say that you're worthy of that kind of love, is yes, you're moving forward. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, blessed one. You're welcome. Yeah. Super important. Find that connection within yourself. You know you're worthy of much better energy. You cannot afford to be in toxic relationships, in whatever that relationship is, that relationship with your roommates, or that acquaintance. I know it's not a tradition. I'm not talking about a romantic relationship or anything like that. I'm just talking about being in an environment that's toxic. You want to stand in your own power. You're valuable. You're valuable. You are of value. Okay, so yeah, take back what you feel has been taken from you. Super important there. Okay. You're welcome. Take care of you, blessed one. Right, Janelle. Let's have a look. Where are we, Janelle? So I was just waiting for Janelle. You got here. Right, I've got Janelle's question. Then I've got Caitlin, and then Foxy. Foxy, make sure you've typed in your question, and then I'll do Dewey's. Right, Janelle, what's coming in for the next 4 months? Let's have a look. And Aldonna, yes, you can be added. Just keeping an eye on the time as well. Okay, and you wonder. I think we might be just about at the end of it. Okay, so yep, put your wonder in as well, Caitlin, Aldonna, and you wonder. Okay, so Janelle, let's see what's coming towards you in the next 4 months. Yeah. About another 5 minutes, Caitlin, and we should just about be closing the list. I know it's about 10, I think. Right. Thank you. Thanks, Caitlin. Right. What's coming for you in the next 4 months, Janelle? Let's have a look. You're a sweetheart, Caitlin. Absolutely, sweetheart. That's awesome. Thank you for that. That's cool. Okay, what's coming for you in the next 4 months? Whoa. What's coming you, Janelle, in the next 4 months? First one we've got is Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles in this deck is all about being loyal. Okay, so I do feel like you may have someone who comes into your life who's very loyal to you. It's also a very slow journey. Super importantly, slow journey. It's all about your creativity. So here you've got the sense of loyalty to yourself, making sure that you've got someone who comes into your life who's very loyal to you. It's a very long journey. It's not something that's going to be rushed. It's something that's going to take its time. It's important to stay grounded in this moment as well. Super important here. And then and they got the Page of Wands. It's all about the sense of enthusiasm, drive, passion, creativity. So it does feel like you've got a lot of creativity coming into your life over the next 4 months. There's a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of motivation. But it also reminds us there's still a lot to learn, a lot to discover in our journey for you to actually move forward. And that's why I feel like it's a very slow journey, because there's a lot of journeys of discovery, a lot of journeys of learning, of gaining experience. To gain experience is very important for you over the next 4 months as well, for you to gain experience. You've got that enthusiasm, you've got that drive, that motivation, but it's important that you gain the experience. So don't rush what's going on here. You've got this, again, you've got this enthusiasm and you've got the drive, but you're being reminded to sort of slow down. Don't rush it. Don't rush this sense of learning, the sense of gaining experience. It doesn't happen straight away. It takes time. Everything takes time to really get the experience that you actually need. So be patient with yourself as well is super important over the next 4 months, to as you learn new things that are going on in your life, as you learn new things, as you discover, as you get the experience that you need. Very, very important to have this slow down, don't rush. But I do get the sense of someone coming into your life who's very loyal to you, someone who's quite kind, quite caring energy, who seems to be sort of very much focused on you as well, which is super important here. So here you go. So there's some things to think about over the next 4 months. Okay, so hi Kay. Good to see that you're super patient. Right. Okay. So Caitlin, your question. Okay. Then Foxy, right. So have I got Foxy's question? Did I see your question as well? I just want to. Okay, so right. Caitlin, where will you be by the end of the year? Okay, so let's just take a minute here. Where will you be by the end of the year? Let's have a look. Actually, I've got Alice in Wonderland. Don't know why. Thanks, Caitlin. I'm just waiting. Have I got Foxy's question? Ariona's question? Right. Where will you be by the end of the year, Caitlin? Where will you be? What's happening for Caitlin for the end of the year? Okay, so let's have a look. Knight of Hedgehogs. Feels like it's going to be a long journey towards that end that you want. Ooh, we've got the connection here. We've got the pair, which is like the lovers here. So it does feel like there is a relationship coming up of some sort. There are some choices to make in regards to the relationship as well. And we have 6 of spears, 4 of spears, you know, 9 of spears, sorry. 9 of spears. I'm learning to count. I don't know what happened there. I just went crazy. Okay, 9 of spears, which is all about that perseverance, that keep going. So it feels like there's a lot of stuff that you want to be in a hurry. Slow down. Take your time. It's going to be quite a long time, but it does feel like there is a connection here of some sort. It does feel like there's a relationship coming into play. But there's going to be some choices that you're going to have to make in regards to the relationship. So it does feel like by the end of the year, there may be some choices that you need to make in regards to a relationship of on some level. So it's about you have that perseverance, that sense of keep going, don't give up, that sense of so yeah, it does feel like you've got a lot of you need to persevere, you need to keep going. There is that sense of choices to be made in regards to a relationship. It's a very slow journey though. It doesn't happen quickly. So I think you just got to sort of just be patient, live life to the fullest like you've been doing things that you do, and just to enjoy life really. So yeah, just sort of says perseverance, keep going. There's definitely a connection coming in. There's definitely a relationship of some sort. But you're going to have to make some choices in regards to that relationship as well. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. Foxy, right. Okay, Foxy, and then I'll do Dewey. And then we've got Eldonna. So I need Eldonna's question and New Wonders as well. Okay, you're moving to California versus moving to other states. Ooh, what are going to be the challenges? Okay, so what's the challenges? Okay, let's use that. Moon and Stars Tarot. Okay, so what's the challenges? What will be the challenges in California? What's the challenge in California? Okay. Depends on what you focus on. It does talk about a sense of grief and things. And the other card that flew out was that sense of immaturity, that sense of players. There could be some challenges with California in regards to the people around you. And also depends on how you're... Yep, I've got Dewey's question. Nope, it's all good. I've got Dewey's question. Perfect. Thank you. And of course, didn't realize it was after half now. Right, okay, so important here to have a think about that. What are you actually focusing on in regards to California? Okay, what's your focus in regards to California? I think that's very much, but it's also about the immaturity, and I think that's more about the people around you. That sense of, I just keep getting people around you, a sort of an immature sort of energy about where you're going in California. Okay, now I did get some extra cards, Ari. I don't know why they just flew out, but in regards to somewhere else, to other states you're considering, it feels like it's about trusting. I think you need to trust in yourself here with the Knight of Pentacles. I think you need to sort of take a breath and have that sort of trust in where you're going. And it feels like the conclusion comes from within yourself. It's all about you creating the opportunities that arise for you. That sense of ending things here. I think that's what your thoughts are in regards to California, is that sense of trashy energy. It just doesn't feel like it's your place. It doesn't feel like somewhere where you're going to be comfortable. I think there's another place that you're thinking of that's much better, and I think you need to trust in yourself about where you actually want to go, because it's going to create opportunity. It does feel like you're going to have that ending of the old and the new beginnings here. It does. I just keep getting this sense of opportunities arising. Does give you a sense of conclusion. It does give you that sense of things working out. Yeah, so I think you just need to trust in yourself a bit more. Trust in yourself, in the, trust that gut. I want to say that gut instinct, and I want to say that sense of the reason I just keep getting gut instinct. It's about how where this is quite yellow. I know it looks a bit orange on the on the camera. Maybe it might look a bit orange, but it's actually quite yellowy in this. So I'm sort of getting that sense of your experiences, a sense of how you digest your experiences. Is part of the reason why you want to move there. Yeah, it may not be the best. That's where you're going to find, I think that might be the immaturity, where you might find that people are a little bit more immature. They're not really, I don't know. You got to decide for yourself. Basically, Ariana, you do have to decide for yourself. When you're getting the California aspect, it's very much about, depends on what you focus on. There is that sense of immaturity, that sense of it's going to be a very long journey. I do get the sense of Knight of Wands. With that Knight of Wands is that sense of passion, creativity, players, a bit of a player type of energy here. That's why I keep getting that immaturity. I do feel like you've got that sense where somewhere else is going to be much longer. So it does feel very short term. If you move somewhere else, it's going to be much more long term. So, but you've got to decide for yourself what you want to do. I'm just sort of getting that California is sort of short term, sort of passion, creativity, sort of energy. You got the Knight of Wands. And then you've got somewhere else, which is Knight of Pentacles, which is a bit more long term. So you might have to do some rethinking, reevaluate the move. But totally up to you. You do what you need to do for you. Nobody else can really tell you that but yourself. But yeah, basically I feel like California could be a place that can be a bit short term. So let's do it. Okay, list is definitely closed, by the way. List is closed. So, Dewey, let's have a look. Okay. What I need to know next in relationship with Cancer. So what do you need to know? Let's do the Angel Tarot. So what do you need to know with your relationship with this person? Okay, so what do you next need to know? So let's have a look. Now remember, I do only 2 cards. Occasionally extra cards will come out, but that's depends. Oh, okay, so what do you need to know about your relationship? Okay, what have I got here? Okay, there's still a lot to discover. With the High Priestess, tells me there's a lot yet to discover. There's a lot of hidden things, okay? There's a lot of unknown. We have the Moon card as well. It's a very big impact. We have Major Arcana here. So there's a lot of stuff that's hidden. A lot of stuff that's yet to be discovered within yourself. So you need to know this is going to be something that's going to take you about trusting again. With the High Priestess is about your intuition here. The Moon as well is all about your dreams, about where you're headed, reflection, moving through different phases, different cycles. So it does feel like there's a lot of stuff that's still hidden, yet to be discovered in regards to the relationship. So they're saying you need to know that there's a lot of stuff still hidden in regards, and you again, you've got that Cancer, which is watery sign here. High Priestesses with the Moon. Here you've got that sense of, yeah, I just get a lot of sense about you. There's a lot of stuff still hidden, a lot of stuff moving forward in this. There's new cycles, new things going on. There's still a lot to discover. So are you prepared to just be patient, to wait, to discover these things slowly for yourself? It feels like there's a lot of things that you need to discover for yourself. It's not up to anyone else but yourself. Okay, you got to trust your intuition. You've got to allow yourself to discover what needs to be discovered. I think there's a lot of stuff that's hidden and it's yet to come forward, but it's about trusting yourself. So you've got to be very patient. It's saying you don't need to know everything straight away. Just take your time, be patient, and let things be revealed. It does talk about a lot of secrets, a lot of stuff that's hidden. And we have the hidden with the High Priestess with hidden knowledge. And then you've got the Moon when you're moving into the unknown. Okay, so both of those things is very much about the unknown here. It does feel like there's a lot of hidden knowledge, a lot of stuff that's hidden that needs to be revealed at some stage, but it's a very slow journey, Dewey. And basically Spirit is sort of saying that you need to sort of find that information for yourself. You need to use your own knowledge, your own experiences to gain the knowledge that you need to move forward on this. It's about, looking at things and sort of being able to just develop and grow and expand and just move forward on your path, find a sense of balance. Now, the reason why I say balance here is because both the High Priestess has pillars, and the New Moon also has pillars that they stand that are between with the path here. So there's that balance. So very much about finding a sense of balance is written here, just allowing things to sort of go through. Hi, Egyptian Famous, how are you? Busy with work, finding an apartment. Oh, wow. So, yeah. Super important here to have that sense of balance here. Super important as you move into the unknown. Okay, there's a lot of stuff still to learn, a lot of stuff still to discover. They're saying, don't rush it. Just enjoy the journey. Okay. Yes, sorry, Egyptian Famous. I'm going to have to sort of limit my time. I can't be on for too much longer. But, so, who's next? Well, that's good. Egyptian famous. You're good. Right. Let's have a look. Aldona. Okay, so have I got Aldona's question? Okay, so have I got Aldona's question here? So I can't see Aldona's question. So I've got Aldona, Yewanda, and Jessie. Okay, Aldona, Yewanda, and Jessie. Okay. Right, let me just throw in another incense. Right. So I've got Yewanda, Aldona, Jessie, and Elwanda. Just give me a second. I just want to throw in an incense. Let me just find. Whoops, I don't want to drop that one. Just reaching under the table. Dragon's blood. Let's throw in one of those. Let's just clear away the energy. Okay, so could I just have some questions? So we've got Aldona, Yewanda, and Jessie. Just clearing out the energy from the readings. Right, let's have a look. So still waiting for, oh, right, cool, Yewanda. And I'm not sure where Aldona is. So when Aldona comes back, I'll do her question. Okay, so Yewanda, then Jessie. I don't know where Aldona is. Right, what do I need to know as regards to your love life? Thanks, Caitlin. Right, just having a breath for a second, guys. Just give me a breath. Right, let's have a look. What do you need to know in regards to your love life? Don't want the major arcana cards. Okay, you wonder? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to pick up a deck, but it's not that one. Mermaid. Okay, Mermaid Tarot. Okay, what do I need to know as regard to your love life? Let's have a look. Thanks, Caitlin, with Jessie's question. Cool. So I'm just waiting for our Donna's question as well. Okay, so Kay can type her one in, and Daya. Kay and Daya can type their questions as well. What do I need to know as regards to your love life? And that's me just being clumsy. So let me just pick it. Right. Okay, you wonder, what do you need to know in regards to your love life? What do you need to know in regards to relationships? Okay. Okay, the first card we have here is the Emperor. Okay, and I get 6 of Cups. So it's interesting. So you've got someone coming back into your life. It feels like 6 of Cups is all about the past. Okay, and then we've got the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is someone that's very, can be someone who's a provider, someone who can be quite, I get a past experience. So I'm wondering if you've got a reconciliation, you've got someone who's coming back from the past. Oh, thank you for the donation. I just need your question, please, Cambria. Thank you. Okay, you wonder, I do get that sense that you've got someone coming back into your life from the past. Someone who's quite, I want to say that they're I keep getting the words provider, like they're kind, they're caring. There's someone who gives quite generously in a way. Someone that's quite generous. I'm not getting the controlling energy or anything like that I would normally get with the Emperor. I'm getting someone who's much more gentle. It's quite interesting. So I'm getting someone from the past who is quite gentle coming into your life. Okay, so you've got someone from the past. Okay, so that's something for you to think about. So you've got someone who's coming back into your life who could be quite kind and caring. Someone who's, I just keep getting this, someone who's a provider, but he's sort of coming back in. But what you do with it is totally up to you, You wonder. So I do feel like you've got someone coming in from the past. There's a reconciliation of some sort. Okay, so we've got Cambria who's donated. Thank you very, very much. Muchly appreciated. So just give me a second here. I am here. So just give me a second. Right, okay. So I'm just waiting for Cambria's question. Okay. Okay, so let's see how we're going to word this question for this. Right, let's see. And you, right, are you going to connect? Okay. you've got a crush on him, but you've got no idea. Okay, so you want to know what's going on here with this relationship. Let's do... Just got to grab... Here's the box. Really got to clean up. Got stuff here. Right, just looking for... Okay, so you want to know what's going on. Okay, cool. Thanks, Caitlin. You're welcome, you wonder. Right, so what's going on this romantic level with this relationship? What's the connection here? What's going on with this relationship, this connection? Okay, he's got no idea. So you want to know what's going on with this relationship. What's, you know, how can you make it happen? Is anything going to happen between you? Let's have a look. What's going on? There's actually no contact. He's got no idea. Well, he's got no idea about how you actually feel. So what do you need to know about this relationship, this connection? What do you need to know about this connection here? Nice deep breath. Okay, what do you need to know about this relationship? And then we have a Vesta. So I'm using the Romantic Tarot as we're talking about a crush, we're talking about a connection, and then you're talking about a sense of, you know, what's going to happen with this connection. So, and I've used the Vesta's Art Love Oracle, which you can find available on Make Playing Cards. The link's down below. Okay, so let's have a look. So first thing we've got is the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant tells me there's a lot of stuff that you need to learn about this relationship. There's still a lot to learn about this relationship. There's still a lot. That's what I just keep getting here. There's still a lot to learn with the Hierophant here. Now we've got, interesting, we do have the Lovers. So there's going to be some choices to make in regards to this relationship. There's a lot to learn. There's that connection. Does feel like there's something going on here, but then we've got Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is that sense of conflict, that sense of needing to stand up for your convictions. It feels like you need to express what you want. I think you need to let them know how you feel, in a way, because I do feel like there's still a lot to learn in this connection, a lot of choices to be made in this relationship. Okay, so you've got to be able to stand up for what you believe. You need to sort of express yourself. You need to find a way to let them know exactly how you feel in a gentle way. I'm not talking about being forceful or being too aggressive in the situation. There is a need to sort of make some choices about what do you really want in this relationship and being able to say exactly what you need. Okay, so super important here. It does feel like there's still a lot to learn about this relationship. So you've got some choices to make in the path that you're going to take on this relationship. And so you need to sort of let them know exactly how you feel. I think that's going to be very important here. To let them know how you feel in this is going to be really important. Let them know how you feel. Okay, super important here. And so we've got that this is definitely a spiritual connection. Okay, there's definitely a spiritual connection here. Okay, so it does feel like there is that that's why you feel very drawn to him. This definitely could be a past life connection on some level, but it does feel like there's a lot to learn about this relationship, about what this relationship is. There's definitely that passion, that creativity within the relationship, but there's still some choices that has got to be made in this relationship, and that comes from you being able to say exactly how you feel. Okay, so nothing's actually going to happen until you say how you feel. There is a connection between you guys. There's definitely something there, but nothing is going to happen until he knows that you're able to sort of I want to say speak your mind in a way, but without being without being aggressive. I think there's a way just to sort of calmly sort of let him know that you're interested. I think he's unsure, but I do feel like there's a lot to learn about this relationship. There's definitely a lot of choices to be made in this relationship. There's definitely a connection. There's passion in this relationship. It's definitely a spiritual connection, but it's very important here to know that you've got to let him know how you feel. I feel like you've got to let him know how you feel. That's super important here, because if he doesn't know how you feel, he's not going to react. He's not going to act on anything if he doesn't think that you're interested. So if you're interested, I think it's very important that you let him know. And then, because there's definitely some sort of connection here, but there's still a lot of choices to be made in this relationship, and there's a lot to learn in this relationship. I keep getting education, and that there's a lot to learn in this relationship with the Hierophant. I'm getting education, learning, a lot to learn in this relationship. Super stuff. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be discovered about this relationship. Like I said, there's some choices to be made in the relationship, so you've got to really tell him exactly how you feel, without being aggressive. Don't get aggressive with it, just very gently. Don't get obsessive about it either. It's a very gentle sort of like, hey, look, this is how I feel. If you're interested, I'd love to go on a date with you. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. I think it's about getting to know someone better. I think there's definitely a spiritual connection, so that tells me like it's a past life connection, which is super important here. Okay. So there you are, Cambria. I hope that sort of gives you an idea about some things that you might need to do to be able to make this relationship work, is to be able to sort of say exactly how you feel, know that you still have a lot to learn. It definitely feels like it's a past life connection, like you were connected in a past life on some level, and so that's why you feel very drawn together. But you need to say exactly how you feel. I don't know if he's on the same page, but I do feel like you need to sort of say how you feel. And I think it's going to allow things to sort of move forward in the direction that they need to go in. Yes, you've got a spiritual connection. Definitely feels like there's a past life, but I still feel like there's a lot to learn and discover, a lot of choices to be made. And it's all about how you choose to say what you mean in regards to the relationship. But in a gentle way, don't be aggressive. So there you are. Hopefully that helps you, Cambria. There's a lot of information there. Okay, so I've got Jessie's question next. Oh God, what did I just do here? Just put the wrong deck in there. Okay. You can donate again, yes. Okay, so Jessie, let me just do Jessie's. Now, I know Jessie did type in a question. Okay, what kind of love partner should you be looking for? Okay, interesting, Jessie. Right. So what type? Let's do Deck of Heroes. Make sure you've read the disclaimer down below, everybody. Make sure you've read the description box down below, and it'll tell you. Now, if you've had a reading from me and you'd like to share your, if you want to share your experience of the reading, don't forget there's a link for the review as well. You can post a review as well, which always helps the channel. Thanks, Caitlin. Make sure you guys have read the description box below, because there are some questions that I will not answer, and I cannot answer if they're medical, legal, if you're intruding in someone else's thoughts. Okay, if you're intruding into someone else's thoughts, I cannot do that. Right, what kind of love partner should you be looking for? What sort of partner? Let's have a look and see if anything comes up for you. Whoa. Okay. As soon as I said that, 2 cards flew out, which is interesting. Interesting. King of Cups. So you got someone who's a watery sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that sort of watery sign of energy. So you want someone who's quite dreamy, someone who dreams big. Let me see if I might turn the light on for this card. This deck is quite dark in color-wise for some reason. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups here. So you got someone who dreams big, someone who is a bit of a dreamer, someone who's kind, caring, generous, watery type of energy. So you got someone who's very giving, maybe who's artistic, who's arty, who's very I just want a carer, someone who's a caregiver of some sort. So you got someone who's very similar to you. If you're a watery sign, you're a Scorpio, so maybe you want someone who's very similar to you. Okay, so that's very interesting. Now we do have the Empress here as well. So you want someone who sees you as being beautiful, as being sensual. You want someone who respects you, who sees the beauty in who you are. That's really important here. So this is the type of person that you want. Hi, Nina. How are you? Okay, so yeah, Jessie, really important to look for someone who respects you, who sees the beauty that lies within you, someone who's kind and caring, someone that's very similar to, I feel like you need someone who's quite similar energy-wise. Okay, so super important here, Jessie. Hi, Nina. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Sorry that the free list is closed, but I am still doing a few donations as I finish up the last couple of freebies. I don't want to be on for too long, but I'll do the donations. I do have to make sure that I take care of myself. I do find a balance. Otherwise, I burn out quick. But anyway, so Jessie, super important to look for someone who's very watery, who's very kind, very caring, someone who's got big dreams. It could be a bit of a dreamer, but dreams big. But someone definitely who's a carer in some. Oh, you just want to say hi? Thank you. Muchly appreciate you popping in, Nina. Okay, so yeah, Jessie, super important here to have that sense of someone who sees you as beautiful, who's kind and caring. Okay, and sees you as someone worth it. Okay, so let me put this away here. Right, so we've got Cambria's next question. Okay, and we're looking at financial reading. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 1 minute, Cambria. Let me just go into here. Sorry, I just got to do a bit of a... I am still here. Just give me a second. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Right, Cambria. Let's have a look. This is financial. So let's do... Actually, sorry, I'm just going to do a bit of a... Okay, Cherry Machete. Grab his Oracle of Visions Oracle deck as well. Yep, Caitlin, I will. Thank you. You're welcome, Jessie. Hope that helps. Okay, so what do you need to know financial for the rest of August? What do you need to know about finances? Oops. Okay, financial. Okay, finances. Let's have a look. Plus Oracle of Visions. Sorry, I'm just moving. Yep, that's cool. Thanks, Caitlin. I muchly appreciate it. That's cool. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? So what were your finances? Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? Okay, it does feel like there's some movement in regards to your finances. I know you're moving into the unknown with your finances, but with the Six of Swords, it tells us that you're moving into smoother waters. It feels like you're leaving behind the chaos and you're moving into something better in regards to your finances. Here. So we've got Knight of Cups, which tells me you've got some news coming in regards to your finances as well. So just be aware of that. There could be some information coming in regards to your finances on a more personal level from someone. I feel like someone's giving you some information, some news and about your finances. It does feel like you're moving into smoother waters, which is super important here. And we've got Three of Wands. Okay, Three of Wands tells me that you need to pause for a minute in regards to your finances. I think you need to really look at your goals in regards to your finances. What steps can you physically take to save in a way within regards to your money? It does feel like you're moving into smoother waters in regards to your finances. It does tell me that you can move into smoother waters. You do have some news coming in regards. I do feel like there's some information coming. I don't know whether that's I just don't know whether that's a letter from the bank or letter from an employee, letter from something. It feels like letter. And you did think about employment. So there could be a letter and a news coming. So maybe you've applied for something and you're going to get some information. But it does tell us to pause for a minute. Think about your goals and what you actually want to achieve with your finances is super important here. What do you actually want to achieve with your finances? What steps can you actually take to reach that goal? Here. But this definitely tells me there's some news coming. Oh, this is interesting. because we've got a baby here, like in a womb, like there's a birth of something. Something's gestating, like feels like something is sort of growing. Something's developing here. I feel like you're being watched over. Now, this is interesting because we got the Verusian man. So we've got that sense of I just get the sense of many paths. There's some riddles. There's definitely some puzzles coming together. There's like a puzzle's coming together, but it does feel like there's a birth of something new. Something's growing, something's developing. So it could be with employment, with your finances and things, that things are developing, things are growing. So I think you just got to take a breath for a minute, allow yourself to know that you've got some news coming. There's definitely something, you're shifting into the unknown. I know it's shifting into something unknown, but just does talk about smoother waters here. So just take a minute to take a breath, that things are growing, things are developing in regards to your finances. So it does feel, Cambria, financially, that things are improving. Okay, it does feel like financially that things can improve. Okay, but it's all about the action that you choose to take in regards to saving that money. You know, whether it's putting aside a couple of dollars a week, or definitely about employment. Keep applying. It feels like you've got some news coming in regards to the employment. It definitely feels like there's a birth of something new, gestation, something sort of developing, something sort of growing, being nurtured. So you've got that, ready to give birth. It feels like maybe the job situation is going to give birth. So Cambria, yeah, it feels like things are happening. Things are happening for you. Just got to keep that focus on. Super important here. So yeah, take a moment to pause, take a moment to breathe, focus on what you actually want to do, what actions can you actually take. But it does feel like there is that birth, that is that gestation, that things are developing. Super important here. That's an interesting card here. Yeah, I just get that feeling like things are moving in the right direction. I think it's very important to sort of focus on that. You're welcome. I think you just really got to take a breath for a minute and think about the actions that you need to take in regards to getting a job, making sure your CV's done properly, making sure that you know about the job that you're applying for. That's a good thing too. When you're taking a moment to pause and you're contemplating and reflecting on the job situation, the money and the finances, think about what type of job you want to do and then research the company that you're applying for as well. Get to know the company. Okay, super important. Get to know the company behind the scenes, maybe a little bit, do a little bit of research about the company when you apply for the job as well, and that's going to help. But I definitely feel like you're going to get some news coming in regards to the job. I do feel like something's gestation. There's that, something is developing in regards to the job. So there you are. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so here we go. Let's do the next. Okay, Aldonna hasn't posted yet. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Let me just remove some of these decks. Oh, I feel like I can't move when I do this to myself. Right, let's have a look here. So still waiting for Aldonna's question. So we haven't got Aldonna. So I've got Daya. So what do I need to know about B? Okay, so and K. Whoops, I forgot K's question here. So who's first? Got K and then Daya. Okay, K. Right. Have I missed anybody? Okay, so we'll do Kaya and then do it. Okay, gotcha. Daya's questions last. Right. Oh, that's right. Your question was about your ancestors. Not your parents, but the first two people to connect with in regards to your ancestors. Let's do... So if we're going to do ancestral work, let me just... Nope. That is not the thing I want. Here we go. I'm going to use the Hoodoo Tarot. Okay, so no Aldonna. May have got caught up with work. I know Aldonna can get busy sometimes with other things. Right, so, okay, ancestral connection. Okay, interesting. Okay, Son of Coins. Okay, Son of Coins. Same as like Knight of Coins in the way of... I just get a feeling you need to get grounded. I feel like the ancestors are just going to come through. I just feel like there's going to be a connection here. I get a sense of just like, it's a slow journey. It's something that you just need to sort of sit with. I think it's something you need to sit with and you need to ask and you need to trust in yourself. Okay, they're not really sort of giving me, they're just saying in regards to your ancestors with the Son of Coins. So maybe you've got someone who comes through who's very grounded, very earthy, a young ancestor. I don't feel like they're an old ancestor. I feel like they're a very young ancestor, like there's someone who died, who passed over when they were very young energy here. So that's where that connection comes in. They're very, someone who is very young. Okay, how did they know? Okay, I'm sorry. It just says young energy, just says that there is a connection. You got them, a very young love is what I want to say. Very emotional connection, of course, someone that's very caring, but I do feel very young energy. Very young ancestral energy. They don't feel old to me. They feel very young. Your ancestors feel very young energy. That's all I'm sort of getting. Remember, I'm only doing 2 cards here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll check with Jackie. I'll check with Jackie and see how she is. I know she's been quite busy, so I'll check. But, yep. So, okay, I just get a very young energy. Okay, so I do feel like your ancestors are very young, getting that thing of just being, making sure that you stay grounded as well, that you're able to have that sense of breath. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like you've just got that they're a very young, youthful energy in regards to your ancestors. They're not old ancestors, they're not old, they're quite young when they passed. They passed when they were young. That's all I can tell you in this. So, yeah. So I think you just need to sort of sit quietly, Kay, and just allow them to come in. They are very young. ancestral energy, so they're not old. Right, okay. Oh, just give me a second here, just have a breath. Oh, that's cool, Caitlin. Just 7 cards left, or they won't take long. Okay, so last one here. So I'm waiting for our Donna's question, and I've got Daya's here. So what do I need to know about B? Okay, what do I need to know about B? Okay, so I'm just waiting for Daya. So is Daya still here? You're welcome, Kay. You're welcome. So Daya. Just want to know if Daya's still here in chat. Okay, so what do you need? So I just want to see what the question was. Why B doesn't talk to me? Does he want? So what do you need to know about this relationship? What do you need to know about this connection? What do you need to know about your relationship? What do you need to know about this connection? Where's this connection headed? That sort of thing. Okay, Daya, are you still here? Okay, so Daya, let's have a look. Let's use the actually I might use the Celtic. Don't know why, but I'm just going to use the Universal Celtic Tarot. Okay, so what do you need to know about this relationship, this connection? What's going on here about this? Where's this relationship headed? So I'm just waiting for Aldonna's question. So anyone else in chat? So who else is here today? Who else is here? Who's still in chat? And I'm getting to the stage where it's the end. So let me just throw in, oops, captions here. Thank you. Celtic, I know. Celtic, Celtic, I know. Okay, why doesn't B? So what's going on with this connection? What's happening with this relationship? What do you need to know about this relationship? What do you need to know about this? Oops, okay. Card flipped. What card have we got here? Page of Pentacles. It feels like there's still a lot to learn and discover in this relationship. There's still some things that are learning and discovering. I do feel like there's a lot you need to learn about it. The facts. I think there's a lot of stuff you need to learn about the facts. Yeah. Feels like it's time for plans. It feels like there's a battle. I feel like you're going into a battle. I think I think there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of strategizing between you in regards to the relationship. There's a lack of communication. Okay, I feel like he wants to move on. There's definitely moving on energy here with the Knight of Swords. It does feel like there is that moving on if he's not talking to you. I think it's definitely a lack of communication. That's definitely it. So if there's a lack of communication, I think there's still a lot to learn and discover for yourself about the relationship. I do feel like there is that sense of moving on, though. It does feel like you're rushing into battle. It does feel like things are ending in a way. When you rush into battle, there's that thing of things ending. So yeah, it does feel like there's an ending to the relationship of some way. There is a battle. It does feel like there's a lack of communication. So what you do with it is up to you. It's what you learn about the situation with what you do. I think there's a sense of I just feel like you need to make new plans, new strategies. It's time for you to actually move on from the situation. So, Daya, yeah, I think it's really about what you choose to do with it. I do feel like you've got a lot to learn about the whole situation with the relationship and things like that. There is a lack of communication. There is a sense of, it feels like he's rushing and he wants to rush into something new. I think you need to know that he's going to rush into something new. I feel like he's moving on. So, yeah, so why is he not talking to you? It does feel like, if he's not talking to you, I think that's it. I think you've got your answer there. So yeah, Daya, I think it's very important for you to look about what you've learned about this relationship. Take a moment to pause and have a look at what you've actually learned about this relationship. Okay? Because I do feel like he's rushing into something else. I think you need to know that he's moving on. Okay? I do feel like he's moving on. So there you are, Daya. So we just had Eldonna. Yes, Ms. Rack, the free list is closed, but I will do one more donate. I will do a donation if someone wants to donate. I've still got a few more minutes. Yeah, that was the sort of the last reading. So now it's okay. So let's have a look. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, am I back, Caitlin? Am I back? Okay. Am I here? Am I back? Just had a disconnection. Now, that was a proper disconnection from my end. So, hopefully it's all good. Right, so that was the last of the readings. If there's any donations coming through, I'll do them. So, sorry, Caitlin. Yeah, DM the playlist to me. Sorry, I hadn't even read the messages yet. So you made a playlist of the bands. Yeah, no offense taken. Oh, totally. I haven't heard half the band. Oh, I'm not very good at bands and things like that. That's cool. Yeah, DM me the playlist and I'll when I do my lunch, I'll do it. Right. So that feels like that's just about it. Let's just do a collective. I'm just going to finish up with a collective reading. So let me just choose a card. Just take a minute. Right, I'm going to finish off with a collective. So let's do... I'm going to do a Yule card. Right. Thanks, Caitlin. Right, message for as a collective. Right, message for collective using the Yule Oracle. What have I got? Contemplation. Okay, take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. The card is contemplation. It breathes in the stillness of all that is, exhaling all that isn't. Coming from the ends of the starts and the highest of the lows, here I gasp for the answers to unfold. So I get a moment that it's really important for many of us just to take a moment to breathe, not always being in such a rush. Just finding 5 minutes or 10 minutes just to do a meditation, a guided meditation, maybe doing some yoga or some stretches, some Tai Chi, Qigong, anything that's going to enable us to just take a moment to sort of breathe. Super important here right now. Okay, so that's the card for today as a collective. Okay, so that's as a collective, I think that's really important that we sort of reflect, we contemplate, we think about where we're headed and what we need to do. What actions do we need to take today? Making sure we break down our goals into smaller bites as well can be really important. You know, just doing 1 or 2 things a day maybe. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Don't forget, for as little as $1 a month, you can connect with Ko-Fi and get the benefits of being a Ko-Fi family member with lots of exclusive content. Okay. So that's it from me. Take care and blessed be. Thank you to everybody who's been with us today. Thank you for the readings. Thank you for the questions. Okay, so bye-bye, everybody.